Mostly clear and cold overnight tonight.
My sis is playing Minecraft the touchpad. Yeah. She's making a diamond house. Ah, diamonds! Okay, anyways, I'm in the car. Yeah. Just gonna, I can't go on anything, but I can go on paint. But yeah, hold on.
Perhaps a few $100
So yeah, these are my
and could be
kittens.
affordable by all Braille users. Now, how important do you think Braille is going forward? Do you see this enduring another 200 years? To think about that, and perhaps yes, perhaps no. It's hard to imagine what will come along that could replace Braille for us. Audio is a linear experience. The words come, they go. But with Braille, I can see the word. I can see how it's spelled. I can see how the punctuation is. I don't have to wonder if a word has one T or two T's. It just is something I observe when I read a Braille word under my fingers. And it's a very different experience. I personally am kind of a visual learner.
It's chest in the air. It's chest in the air.
If I see it in Braille, I remember it. Because
yeah, I'm gonna be doing
Judy Dixon is with the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, part of the Library of Congress. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. We were talking on the eve of World Braille Day. Louis Braille would have been 205 years old tomorrow.
Well, I can't put a bed down. Because you can't sleep and clean it up. Okay.
We end this hour with the remembrance of a daring World War II flight that lifted the spirits of
Pepper
the
likes
people
purple.
and of the humble man who flew it. In 1944, American fighter pilot William Overstreet of the 350th Fighter Group was on a mission to occupy the
Yeah.
P-51 Mustang. Overstreet was escorting American bombers through France when a dogfight broke out.
Put the purple and pepper, put the pink and peanut.
It started at 30,000
Come on.
That's Pastor Jeff Clemens.
I put colors down, and then all of a sudden I just laid on my favorite color.
This was a half-hour dogfight, which would end up going through the streets of Paris and conclude itself through a pursuit through the Eiffel Tower,
Jesus, very
where Bill shot down German pilots.
Yes, you heard that right. From the stratosphere down to the arches of the Eiffel Tower. Here's how Overstreet himself described the chase in an interview posted online.
He figured I'd try to go around and have time to get away. He was wrong. I was right behind him, right under the Eiffel Tower with him. I pulled up, I didn't get him. But that's a huge space.
Every single day, when I come to my sweet little
Plenty of room to go in the Eiffel Tower.
always.
That makes a good story.
Okay.
More like a great one. Clemens says the
More like
pursuit
a great
inspired
one.
thousands of people below who witnessed the feat.
The Paris citizens actually rose up in defiance
Oh.
for a period of 3 days,
Okay.
celebrating that victory. And they knew the Germans would lose the war.
The French people never forgot Overstreet's courage. In 2009, France presented William Overstreet with that country's highest award, the Legion of Honor. Clemens tells us that Overstreet was a very modest man. He accepted the medal in memory of servicemen who died in the war.
Bill was selfless. He was authentic. He knew who he was. I was there when he died.
That's right.
I felt his
Cheerio.
last heartbeat. We will never see the likes of these men again.
World War II veteran William Overstreet passed away in Roanoke, Virginia this past Sunday. He was 92 years old.
How do I put a door in? Please work now. How do I put a door in?
You're listening to All Things Considered from NPR News.
Support for NPR comes from NPR member stations and from American Jewish World
I have
Service,
no idea.
supporting women, girls, and LGBT communities worldwide at ajws.org.
There we go.
From the 5 Cents Foundation, supporting advances in science, education, and the arts since 1985. 5centsfoundation.org. From Joyce V. Hale, seeking a world challenged and invigorated, through a deeper understanding of ideas,
Start talking
and from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Okay.
This is NPR.
Versus.
We're coming right along now on this Friday afternoon into the final half hour of All Things Considered here on your listener-supported station for NPR News, Music, and More, 91.9 FM WUOT and WUOT HD1 Knoxville. We're streaming online 24/7 at WUOT.org, on Twitter at WUOTFM, all one phrase, and on Facebook, Facebook.com/WUOTFM. It's been in the 20s most of the day today, and that's where we are right now, with temperatures in the mid to upper 20s all across the listening area, even a few teens over toward the Smokies right now. We'll have a closer look at the forecast, plus a final update on today's Tennessee headlines coming your way in just about 5 minutes. Hope you'll stick around. It's almost 6 o'clock.
Oh, 6 o'clock.
Economists can be a tough crowd.
An omnibus bill, which would have been considered a disaster a decade ago or a generation ago by appropriators, is now being hailed as a cardinal achievement of this Congress.
Today is Friday, January 3rd, and this is NPR's All Things Considered. I'm Brandon Hollingsworth in Knoxville. House and Senate committees are working overtime to come up with a massive spending bill by the time a January 15th deadline rolls around. The results so far are leaving some economists less than impressed. Looking back on the Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004, we'll check in on the area's recovery 9 years later. And we'll take a cup of kindness yet with our Friday commentators E.J. Dion and David Brooks. Improvisations with Chris Woodhull in half an hour, but first, this news.
That is how.
From NPR News in Washington, I'm Jack Spear. Lawyers for same-sex couples in Utah have filed papers with the Supreme Court arguing that gay marriages should be allowed to continue and the state's request for emergency stay should be denied. Yours, Harper.
Filed with Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor argues that Utah has failed to demonstrate harm to the state if same-sex marriages continue. Utah voters overwhelmingly approved a constitutional amendment a decade ago limiting marriage to heterosexual couples. 2 weeks ago, a U.S. District Court judge declared the amendment unconstitutional, and he and a federal appeals court refused to stop hundreds of gay marriages. Sotomayor
Going into cardiac arrest. The judge won't force the hospital to insert breathing and feeding tubes. This is SRN News.
Let's start drawing icons. Okay.
Welcome to Dr. James Dobson's Family Talk. I'm Dr. Meg Meeker, and your host is psychologist and best-selling author Dr. James Dobson. Today we're going to return to a conversation we had with Mrs. Ellie Kay and Mrs. Dana Dimitri on the topic of their book, Lean Body, Fat Wallet. Discover the powerful connection to help you lose weight, dump debt, and save money. I love that title. Yesterday, we talked in detail about the struggles they faced, ranging from eating disorders and eating addictions to financial difficulties, and ultimately how the Lord helped both Ellie and Dana harness those bad habits and get them under control.
Martin last May. Helton pleaded not guilty to the murder charge today. He was released from jail on a $25,000 cash bond under the condition he surrender his license.
This country.
So this is what you guys get to do. She made a bot on Minecraft. Okay, anyways. You guys get to vote in the comments which ones you think will, okay, this is gonna be adorable. Pizza is really cute. And Pepper sneezes a lot. Sorry. Yeah, and it's adorable. In your face! Okay, anyways, Pepper, he crawls up to you, which is Pepper right here. Pepper crawls up to you, to your feet. He falls down and rolls all over you. It's so adorable. And then Peanut just has an adorable face, as you can see right here. Anyways, you guys get to comment down below. Comment down who you think is gonna win, Pepper or Peanut. And then I'll probably have another video of them fighting. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, them fighting like meow meow, like they'd be like beating each other up, or they'll be using their little special powers. So yeah, yeah, just stay tuned. Just yes. So yeah, and stay tuned. Meow on.